Dear friends, today we'll talk about what is an impact factor of a research journal. So, let me define more precisely what actually the impact factor mean. Impact factor is basically a metric used to measure the importance or influence of a scientific journal. So it is calculated based on the average number of citations received by article published in that journals over a particular scientific period, and usually it is 2 years. Now, let me discuss a well-known formula which is used for calculating an impact factor of research journal. So, that formula is basically citations in current years to article published in previous 2 years over total citable article in previous 2 years. So, let me explain it with the help of examples. For example, if a journal publishes 100 article are that published 100 article in 2022 or 23 in last 2 years, and those articles receive 500 citations in 2024, then impact factor would be, as I've discussed, the formula that is citation in current years to article published in previous 2 years over total citable article in previous 2 years. So it means 500 over 100. 500 is number of citations that is received in 2024, and 100 is number of research article that is published in that particular journal. So 500 over 100, we get the 5, which is actually the impact factor of a journal would be. Now the question is why impact factor is important. So basically, uh, impact factor actually evaluates the journal quality. Higher impact factor suggests a more reputed and influential journal could be. The second is that the impact factor basically guides the researcher. It basically helps in selecting the high impact factor journal for publishing research actually. And the third very important aspect is that impact factor basically affects career and fundings. So many institutions and funding agencies prefer publications in high impact factor journal. And the fourth and more important is that improves visibility. So publishing in high impact factor journal basically increases the chance of the citations actually. So every researcher that actually prefers to publish his or her research article in high impact factor journals because the chances of the citations would be more in that. So, but one of the very important aspects which I really want to discuss over here that there are some limitations of the impact factors. Not always a true measure of the qualities. The reason that in some field, maybe that is engineering or nanotechnology or even maybe that mathematics or even the social sciences, they have the lower impact factor than medical sciences. So and the second is that is secured by highly cited particle. A single highly cited article can raise a journal impact factor. So it means that when we are talking about the number of citation in last 2 years, so in that number of citation, maybe very few article would be who could catch the more number of citation, and the remaining article might have not got those number of citations, so even then that would contribute. So it means that all of the article which is published in last 2 years, they basically do not actually contribute equally for contributing the overall impact factor of that journal actually. And the third and the most important is does not reflect individual paper quality. This is the actually one which I'm talking about, that an article in high impact factor journal is not always high impact itself. Mean maybe there would be the few article who would have the least number of citation, but even then, because they are in a high impact factor journal, so that would have actually that credit is could be given to that article, but in true sense it would not be. How to find the impact factor of a journal? Basically, that impact factor could be you can find it from Web of Science. Basically, that is an official journal citations report, JCR, that is issued every year in first of the July uh, of the every year, that is actually issued by the Web of Science, right? And the second is that you can get from Scopus, that is well known, just like a Web of Science, that is available on the elsewhere. That actually uses the site score as an alternative for getting the reputation or impact factor of the journal. Even you can find the impact factor through Google Scholar or the ResearchGate. Particularly the last one, this could help us to actually give us an idea about ranking of a particular journal.